What's going on, car guys and car gals? It's Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And it's Fred Lenart, subprime hero.
And we are excited to be Brewing Solutions. And we are excited, really, really, really excited to have this incredible young lady brewing with us again. You might have been able to listen, watch, or enjoy her most recent episode on our DC20 Interbrew series. It's our word. I don't even know how to say it. But our Interbrew series, where she got to talk about some of the solutions that are brewing, especially with the drive-centric platform. Folks, listen, she is a serious solutionary, and we are excited to shout to the mountaintops that she's here. We are honored to have, once again, the one,
the only,
Ashley Lopez Cavazos! There we go. Welcome to the party. I think we got it. Did we get it? We got it. And that matters, because the namesake is right over there.
I think
so
everybody heard you in this whole hall.
Yeah, well, that's good,
awesome.
because
That's
they
what
need
we're
to
trying
hear
to do.
this. Because the people that have been on our show today, just like you, are amazing people that need to be talked about, that need to be shouted out loud, that need to be lifted up on a pedestal. And that's the whole reason we have this show, is for people just like you. So, Ashley, you've become more than somebody that we walk by. You've become a friend of me, right? I really feel like that we've really connected. You've got to know my wife. Even your husband and my wife have gotten to know each other. So we've become friends. Like, really, family. I agree with that. Thank you for saying that. And I feel the same way about you all. And I think it's great. So having you on the show is beyond business for us. It's more than cars. It's more than all that stuff. It's about sharing greatness that's happening right now. And there's greatness going on. You're doing a lot of things in your life that you never could imagine, right? But yet you're doing more and more every time I see you. So a person who does things and goes above and beyond, what is something that drives you? What makes you say, you know what? I know I can be like, hey, this is what I do, but I want to do more. What makes you want to do more?
The people.
Oh,
it's all about the people for me. And it's about what we fell in love with this industry for, right? Like, you think about car dealerships, and all of us say, like, I never thought I'd work in car sales. And then you get in a dealership, and you meet people, and you start working with those customers, and you're like, I want to make a difference, right? Like, I want to change what people think of this industry. I want to help customers who maybe wouldn't get a chance from most people, right? They get turned away for bad credit, bad experiences, whatever it is, and you want to flip that around. And so when I get to the root of it, it's about the people.
Oh,
the people.
How did I know that was going to be her answer? I knew that. But
we're Brewing Solutions.
Brewing Solutions, my friend. So, you know, when it comes to that kind of stuff, and you're bringing that type of energy, and you're about the people, you know, that tells me something about your heart. That tells me about where your core values are. So when you're working with the auto group that you work with now, which they're so blessed to have you, and I know that you're blessed, it's two-way street, and I know that you have blessings by being there, but they're blessed to have you. What's one of the biggest focuses that you're doing at your store right now to be able to connect with them?
I think right now it's really, we are growing, and our sales team is trying to understand digitally where they need to be, right, to meet the customer where they're at. So for me, a big focus with my stores is getting that experience where we want it to be, right? We've kind of been doing things really, it's been easy for the past few years. And for most, right?
For a lot.
It's been easy to sell cars because we've had inventory and we've had high demand, and it's just been a really great place. But now the script is flipped around, and we need to get back to our roots of the basics of selling cars, what the digital experience should be like. It's not just a kind of, you know, hey, how you doing? When can you come in? Customer's like, oh, I'll be there today. I want to buy now. You have that car in the lot. We really have to understand where we are with everything that's going on in the world and the technology. And I think the tech is a big one. And so helping my sales teams get up to date and up to speed on everything that's happening. So
that's true. Sales teams, the more that they, I should say, I guess, adapt these new processes, this technology, being digital with their customers, speaking to them where they want to be spoke to, the better that the experience is going to be for everyone. They'll sell more cars, which means they'll make more money, which means they'll impact more lives. Not just the people they sell, but their family lives, you know, their kids, their team members on the team, seeing that they're doing these things. Because you got to be an advocate of it. A lot of people don't realize how powerful these tools are until they actually use them, but then use them consistently. Because not everything works if you try it once. You got to do it every day. You got to do it all the time, and then you start to see results, massive results, right? So I love that. So what's What's been one of the biggest things that you've seen result-wise when it comes to digital tools that has been helping you?
Oh gosh, I mean, we're baby steps, so I'm a few months in. I've been trying to really, and we kind of talked about this in July, but I'm trying to really understand everything that we're involved in, right? It feels like every time I think I've got everything covered, I find something else and I'm like, oh, here's another opportunity that we have. So for me, it's been a lot of the marketing piece and what we're doing with our messaging to our customers. Are we targeting the right customers? A lot of times when it comes to marketing, we just blanket everything, right? And that's not the case, and it shouldn't be the case. We should have a more personal approach to our marketing.
I love you. So right.
So that's a big focus for me is making sure that we're having personal approaches to our customers. We're not just like shouting it to the tops to everybody. I want to find somebody who's going to fit a shopper that's going to fit what I'm looking to sell.
Yeah.
Right?
I love that.
And hit the community as well. So making sure that we're involved with the community events. We've had a lot of events recently. And so it's been a little bit of everything and trying to make sure that, although it feels like drinking from a water hose, it's in a good way because I am so excited that a lot of times when we come into a new group, there's sometimes a little pushback, right? And it's hard to kind of get your way in, but my stores and my teams are hungry for it. They're like, they want me there. Like I'm here and I'm so excited to be a digital dealer, but my heart is also wanting me back in my stores because I know they want me there.
I know how you are, and there's no doubt you feel that way, but you also know the value of coming here. That's important. Because if you don't educate yourself, how do you educate your teams and show them what's happening, what's going on in the market? And more importantly, I love you for who you are, as in, you want to help your dealerships, your community, but you want to help everyone. And you know that it brings value. And I love that you're great with sharing all your secrets, all your tips, because really, it doesn't really matter. It could be your next door neighbor in a sense. If you're helping them, you're helping people. And when you're helping people, it helps everyone. I am in the full belief of the more you give, the more you get in life. And I know you give a lot. You give a whole lot. And you've been blessed. You got a great support system. I know your husband here. I love Jesse. He's a great guy. He's here supporting you like a good supporting system should be, right? He thinks that you're the world, right? He sees you doing that. But it's also he gets to see the things that you talk about. And I guarantee Jesse, if he wanted to, he can probably speak your language, go around and talk about the things that you do too, because he is that passionate.
He was actually just talking with Dave Foltz from Drive-Centric right now, and he's like, it's so good to put a face in the name because we have these conversations.
Oh, I guarantee it. He's probably in there. He is one of the guys, and I'm excited that he's here. I'm excited that he's part of what's going on. To me, he is part of an extension of you, which is a beautiful thing. It shows when we get to see him, we get to see you, which means we see the beauty of what you guys do and who you are. So that's vulnerability. That's what it's all about, being vulnerable. I try to be as vulnerable as possible, let everybody see into my back life, what's going on in my life, because I want people to know that I'm a real person that really cares about people too, right? And then if you feel that way, of course you want to do business with me. I'm not like somebody who's sneaky or somebody who's shady. I'm somebody who's wide open. You can find out. You can tell my wife if I'm lying. You can tell her, and you guys know how to tell her. So
and it goes both ways, right? Like my husband's here, but you have your wives here,
absolutely,
because you're traveling and you want them to see and meet people that what's pulling you away from home. This is pulling you away from home, or why? Right? And they get it when they see it.
They do, and they see why we have so much fun. Yeah. Like, as much as I hate to be, and it's true, I hate to be away from my house, my bed, and my wife. It kills me. I love being there with them all the time. So when I'm gone, I feel a little bit of a guilt, but at the same time, I love the people and the community that we're building here at these types of events, and the way that we're looking to grow and push each other. And I want to share that with my wife. I want her to see that because I want her to see where I'm trying to go and feel that I'm not the only one doing it, right? And when they come and they see that, the realization hits them, and I think that they understand that there's more impact than just at our dealerships. We're impacting the nation, really. We're impacting people. We're changing lives. And if you can change lives, man, that's fulfillment.
What do we say?
That's right. Love people more than cars. That's right. And if you do that, life is great.
It's great. And it's so true. We talk about the community, right? We look at sharing what we're doing, and a lot of times we used to really keep it close.
Oh, yeah.
But why? Because if we're wanting to change this industry together, right? We want to move forward together. We have to share what we're doing, what works. Because even looking at who's with us, like I have Ali Pignon, who works for Chastain, who is in Houston, right? My dealer group is in Houston. Allie's here. You got Colby from San Antonio.
Yeah.
Like you got Texas in the house, And it's awesome because we're supporting each other and helping lift, where we want this industry to go, where we're at.
Yeah.
So Texas
And
in the house.
Texas in the
Is
house.
Texas in the house?
Texas
in the house, anybody? I'm just checking. Texas, make noise. Okay, they're from the quiet part of Texas. That's cool. So okay, there we go. So real quick though, because you did say something there, and I wanna hit it because we keep getting into this conversation and I keep hearing it said, and you kind of brazed by it, but then you also just now said we have to be moving forward. So in that we also touched base on we're going back. So we're inside of this weird, almost seesaw paradox, weird place of we need to get back to selling when the truth was we wanted it to change then. Car Guy Coffee Podcast started 1/20/2020. We were coming in saying things needed to change. Then, before everything transformed. When salespeople were salespeople, right? They could sell, they can work a customer, they can close a deal, and they can race to the bottom, all of those other things. But then COVID happened. Salespeople, a little bit of a dormant muscle, went in there and having to negotiate and really work a deal. But now going forward, which is still what we're always trying to do, we're still trying to go forward, right? What is it that you do see evolving with the people, with the culture, and with the relationship building? Because that essentially is where we're trying to get this industry to go, that we stay focused on that relationship over revenue, our people over profits, and actually building a community. Because you can't have community without families, right? And you can't have families without a common language. So now changing the language around car sales, changing the language of how we deal with people, what have you seen transforming in the way that we start to actually now treat our customers? Because let's be real, we've had customers paying a whole lot of money just because they said yes, right? And not necessarily because we needed it, but because they were saying yes to it and we had it. But what do you see now as far as adjusting and in going forward of how we're actually concerned about the people that we have and those relationships that are building? What do you see, especially inside of a newer group?
So sales is much more consultative now, and it's digital, right? So it's changing. We have to go backwards into selling, but selling as a consultant and moving forward because we're digital now. So it's not like you're waiting for these people to come in your front door, which old news, right? They're not coming to the front door, but now they're really not coming to the front door unless they've done something online. And we have to be ready for that. They want to know that we can pick up wherever they left off in that process. And I think that's the big piece that people miss is they want to start all over. Hey, thank you for stopping in. Have you been here before? When they say no, but I shopped online, make sure you start asking those questions, right? Like, awesome, like what part of the journey are you at? Or what part of the process? Where can I help you? Rather than go through, trying to start it all over again. Well, I just spent 20 hours online.
I put in my app. Why are you asking me for what I gave you already?
I did everything I needed to do. Now I'm ready to talk to you and take the next step forward. And we sometimes just get locked into like, I need to do this and I need to do that, I need to do this, I need to do that, instead of like, where is the customer and how do I meet them right there?
Right. And that part is a commitment to seeing a fluid transaction with the customer, because the way before, or the way that it used to be, was that we would have to take them, plug them into our process of how we want to do it, and that's it. It couldn't change, we couldn't adjust, we couldn't mold ourselves to the customer because we weren't concerned. I believe that the car business, from just not too many years ago, was so stuck in saying, this is how it is, this is how it's going to be, and it's never going to change. And we were committed to that
you had to be the road to the cell, right? You had
until
to
everything changed.
The 12 steps, the road to the cell, or whatever your steps were. Now it's like, what if your customer is on step 4? Can you pick up on step 4? Right? So I think that's the piece that we have to be a little flexible.
Knowing that they're actually at step 4, that's the thing. Like
they started at selection.
That's why we have so many great tools out there and so many great things that if we just use them and actually put the notes in there, and we made sure we were supposed to be, the communication will not be broke down. Right. As your customer will feel like that we know what we're doing, right? We're this big dealership that has all these cars, but we can't even communicate with them. What's the problem, right? So I love that you're seeing that, and I love what you're talking about here, Ashley. You're so on point. You could be a sales manager on a sales board and make a difference based on what you're talking about here, just so you know. You're very impactful. You are multifaceted inside of a dealership. You just happen to find what you love doing, and I'm glad that you did.
I think it's why I'm so excited about this role with DeMontrond, because I'm now the marketing director. I now have to say from a marketing perspective of how everything is coming into the dealership, what kind of traffic are we driving, with my BDC and my operations experience, right, and being able to hold it from a marketing perspective, I get to pull it all together and actually listen to the people and look what's happening with the customers and what I know, and just bring it all together. And I think sometimes we lose track of that because we're so stuck in driving the leads and driving the traffic, and you have to think about how it's coming full circle in that sense. So.
You have to understand. That's awesome. And Ashley, you are always Brewing Solutions. You are always bringing your whole heart.
She's the smartest person I know, I swear.
She's incredible. So with that, real quick, tell everybody how they can get a hold of you if they want a little bit more of your wisdom and all of the awesome stuff. This is like the cover of Digital Dealer Magazine.
I don't know if you guys saw the cover this month. I'm just saying, this is the cover right here.
So, but with that, how do people get a hold of you if they didn't read Digital Dealer Magazine?
The best way I always say is just catch me on LinkedIn. You can find me at Ashley Cavazos on LinkedIn. Shoot me a message, connect with me, and stay in touch. I love connecting with our community. It's how we build just more connections and help each other grow, right? And also just helping women in automotive, women in color of automotive. Let's get together because we cannot do this alone. I can't do this without y'all, right? We can't do this without our family and our peers. So it takes really all of us sticking together to help us continue to push this industry where we know we want it to be.
Man,
she's so awesome. Boy, she speaks so well. I'm surprised you don't have your own show yet.
She might soon.
Just saying. So with that being said, you heard it here first. If it does happen,
Ashley, she might have her own show.
Just saying, she should.
But you said get a bunch of help from other people, right?
Right.
So let's get those people right there that are watching. Get them all. Wave to them. Your attention. Your attention. Your attention.
Julie.
Kobe, need your attention.
Holly.
I need y'all's attention real quick because we need to be loud about a Forget Focus Fly. Help us out. Aaron, help us out. David Long's in the house, everybody. But we're gonna get a loud and proud Forget Focus Fly. So help us out. If you know the moves, help us do it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Forgive, focus, fly, and keep growing. Keep growing. That's right, everybody. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. I'm Lou Ramirez, the Car Guy.
And I'm Fred Leonard, subprime hero.
And you've been Brewing Solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast with the one,
the only,
Ashley Lopez Cavazos. That's right. We'll see you later. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. See you soon. We're out.